Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Claiborne. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice patience.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Second down coming up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Mays. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On second down, looking again to throw. Finds the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The Demon Deacons are on the move. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Claiborne. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
To the air. It's Bachmeier. Dumps it to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Claiborne. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. The sure hands, it's Claiborne. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
He wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. The Demon Deacons will move the sticks.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Looking left. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneaking it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wake.
Touchdown.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 97 sets the kickoff.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running behind that left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Alabama quickly back to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And just flip with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Coming after it. Might be looking to run. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final quarterback sneak for the touchdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First down for this offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Miller with the ball. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Trying to pound their way in. He makes his way in for the two, and now they trail by only 6. They marched 72 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He leaves it with his back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Wake Forest 14, Alabama 8.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Claiborne. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Quickly to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd down, going up top. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And the Demon Deacons will try to run out the clock in the final minute. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You can tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them, give yourself an opportunity to run.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is good. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much